Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Carney Porter. Daryl has the night off. Texas lawmakers are back in the same spot in an attempt to create education savings accounts. Dylan Jimenez spoke with local lawmakers and school officials on the passage in the Senate. So Dylan, where do they stand with this piece of legislation?
Well, Carney, right now, Senators Brent Hagenbout and Charles Perry gave the thumbs up on the bill last week. Now it heads to the House, where Representative Frank says the votes are there to pass it.
We must pass school choice this session.
Governor Greg Abbott named school choice as an emergency item this legislative session. The Senate taking the initiative, passing their version of the bill 19-12. Senator Brent Hagenbout said it will be on the agenda early, his prediction ringing true.
That does not mean we're not going to fund public schools. So we have to have a good public schools for a functioning democratic republic, right? And it's required by our Constitution to have good public schools. And we know that from other states doing this, that 95% of the kids will still go to public schools.
Now on to the House floor. Similar legislation was stopped by roadblocks multiple times in the last session. Out of the 21 House Republicans who voted against it, only 6 are back. Leading Representative James Frank, who authored a similar bill last session, believes this is the year to pass.
I also think that we can do both. We can do choice for parents and additional funding for the schools where because the vast majority of people are going to continue to educate their kids at public schools, and we want to make sure that those folks are taken care of.
Wichita Falls ISD Superintendent Dr. Donnie Lee has been very vocal against school choice.
The rules are not the same. They don't test like we test. They don't have to accept behavior problems, special education issues. None of that. So when we're not playing by the same rules, it's hard to give public funds to private entities.
Education savings accounts now in the hands of state representatives once again. We now wait and see if it can clear the hurdles to the governor's desk. Now, House committees have not been formed yet, so no date is set on when the bill will be debated. Speaker of the House, Dustin Burrows, vowed to get the bill passed.
All right, we'll see what happens in the near future. Dylan, thank you so much for that report.